Mr. Mosley.
Thank you. Chairman McGee, Vice Chairman Reyes, members of this most distinguished caucus, I come before you today as not only an educator in the state of Connecticut for more than a decade, but as a concerned teacher of color who has spent his entire professional career working in communities of color, helping to improve the lives of all. My name is Sean Mosley, and I'm a proud public school teacher in Waterbury, Connecticut. I also serve as the chair of the Ethnic Minority Affairs Commission for the Connecticut Educators Association. EMAC, as we are known, promotes awareness of ethnic minority issues in public education and encourages the development of organizational strategies to address those issues. EMAC staunchly supports the recruitment and retention of ethnic minority educators and promotes ethnic minority involvement at all levels of CEA. While there are many issues that I would like to discuss with you all today, there are three that I would like to focus on. The first is minority teacher recruitment and retention. The second, classroom safety and school climate. And the third, which affects, unfortunately, so many teachers in our state, unhealthy school building conditions. As teachers of color, we must insist that Connecticut is doing all that it possibly can to make sure that we have a teacher corps that is representative of the students that we have and that we service. We must promote measures that promote funding for Grow Your Own Teacher recruitment programs, provide incentives for students of color to pursue majors in education, and provide mentoring and supportive programs for teachers of color who are currently serving in Connecticut's public schools. We also, as Congresswoman Johanna Hayes so eloquently stated, need classroom educators at every step of the road, and we also need them in every room that is discussing these matters. On any work group, on any task force, we need active classroom teachers. And I like to say I have colleagues with me who are willing to serve. We are willing to serve on these task groups to make sure that this happens. Next, I'd like to talk about school climate and school safety. Many of us work in schools where school climate and discipline have become issues that have expanded beyond the realm of the classroom. Today, we have schools where on any given day, teachers and students may face bullying, battery, assault, or even worse, a planned mass shooting. We are also faced with the reality that many of our schools are in dire need of building repairs, especially antiquated HVAC and plumbing systems, and many students are forced to learn, and we are forced to teach in rooms that have Arctic-like temperatures, and many students, in some cases, often drink contaminated drinking water. This is not acceptable, and we should not become numb to these revelations. It's up to us all here today as educators, concerned community members, government officials, and legislators to pass sound, reasoned, sensible, fair, and cost-effective legislation that helps to promote the safety and well-being of our students as well as our colleagues on the ground and on the front lines. Despite what many advocacy groups have asserted, as educators of color, it is not our intent to proliferate the school-to-prison pipeline or to advocate for measures that would disproportionately affect students who look like us or who are from communities where we live, but it is rather to promote legislation that promotes safety of students in all districts and prevents another child or adult from being the victim of an assault, bullying, or some other yet known harm. Today, I strongly encourage you to think critically about the aforementioned issues and encourage your colleagues to support HB 7110 and other legislation that promotes a positive, safe climate for students and staff alike, as well as issues that particularly relate to minority teacher recruitment and retention. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mosley, and thank you for the work that you continue to do.